What's up, everybody? It's Byron with another episode of Byron Sports Reviews. And today, I want to talk about the NBA playoffs. We got to the second round. I'm going to talk about each series and tell you what each team needs to do to win and what they're doing and what they're not doing, and which is causing them to lose. The first series I want to talk about is the Bucks and the Celtics. Now, this is a great series. I think the Bucks have just been beating the Celtics. Besides Game 1, the Bucks have just been playing defense, putting Giannis in good position to score the ball. Their bench is playing well. Brook Lopez is the X factor, and everybody thinks Eric Bledsoe. I think Brook Lopez is the X factor on that team. A lot of people didn't expect him to do as well as he's doing this year. They do need a little bit more out of Eric Bledsoe, but he's still playing well on the defensive end. When they get Malcolm Brogdon back, it's gonna be really scary because he makes them go, and he pushes that pace and allows them to get out in transition, and that's when Giannis gets to score the ball, and that's how everything goes. Now the Celtics need to get back to playing defense. Their defense is not good. Their defense in Game 1 was excellent. Very good defense on Giannis. They built the wall around him. They didn't let him get out in transition. They were scoring the ball. They were playing with confidence. And these past 3 games, they haven't been doing any of that. They just went away from all of that. And everybody's putting on Kyrie. Well, he had that one bad game, but he came back and he played well. The bench needs to step up. JB needs to step up. Jason Tatum needs to step up. Marcus Morris needs to step up. Who else? Terry Rozier needs to step up. There's different guys out there who need to step up. Gordon Hayward also needs to have some big games. It's not all on Kyrie. Their bench needs to step up, and they need to get back to playing defense and building the wall so Giannis can't get down to the paint that easily. And that series is 3-1. I still believe the Celtics will come back and win this series, but it's very hard to come back from 3-1. But I'm still going to go with the Celtics in this series, and they'll come back from 3-1 if they can get back to playing defense, building that wall, shooting the ball well, giving Kyrie the ball in spots so he can score, making plays in transition, knocking down their open shots, doing all the little stuff. It's nothing big that they have to do. They just have to do little stuff in order to win this series. The next series I want to talk about is the Raptors and the 76ers. Now, this is a good series. And the reason why this series is so good is because they match up pretty well together. The series is 2-2. Joel Embiid had a pretty bad game last game. He didn't even score 10 points. So that's part of the reason why the 76ers lost. I feel like Tobias Harris has to step up. Ben Simmons has to score the ball more. Jimmy Butler has been doing his thing. JJ Redick's been playing very well. All 3 of them, Joel Embiid, JJ Redick, and Jimmy Butler have been playing well, minus Joel Embiid's last game. But Ben Simmons you can't just have one 30-point game and just disappear on everybody. And Tobias Harris needs to knock down his open shots. You got to get more out of those two. I mean, you got almost four All-Stars on your team, minus JJ Redick, who's a great shooter, and you're not showing any type of chemistry or anything. Joel Embiid's off one game, Jimmy Butler's on another game. Like, everybody needs to be on. That whole starting 5 needs to score in double figures in order for them to win each game. The Raptors have to get another person to step up, in my opinion. Kawhi's playing well. Kyle Lowry's just not good in the playoffs to me. He just won't perform. It's not what he's gonna do. So I need Fred VanVleet to step up. I need Norman Powell to step up. I need Serge Ibaka stepped up in that last game. He was a key part in having them win that last game. But somebody has to step up on the Raptors for them to go ahead and close this thing out, because Kawhi can't do it by himself. And yes, he's been playing well, but if they don't want to be in a dogfight this whole series and take this to 7 games, they need someone else to step up off that team. And that's what it is. So the bench needs to step up with one of those starters. I don't personally know who it's going to be, but somebody has to step up in order for them to go far in the series. Their defense is great. I mean, they held Joel Embiid to 10 points, less than 10 points last game. JJ Redick is shooting the lights out, but he's always played well against the Raptors. And I mean, they're holding Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler. He's getting off, but I mean, it's still 2-2, so it's anybody's game. But the Raptors have to have somebody step up and they gotta keep playing that fantastic defense that they've been playing. The next series I want to talk about is the Warriors and the Rockets. Now, last night, this series got really good. The Rockets came back down 2-0 and tied it 2-2. I don't know what's going on with Golden State. They put themselves in a hole and they want to come back from the hole, and that's what they did these past 2 games instead of just beating the Rockets. And the Rockets just got a lot of heart. The guy who's making that Rockets team go is PJ Tucker. He is the big X factor. He's doing all the dirty work. He getting offensive rebounds, knocking down his open shots, banging down low, getting key rebounds, steals, playing great defense. He is the heart and soul of that team as of right now. Yeah, James Harden playing well. But Chris Paul needs to step up in the clutch situations. Missing a free throw last night. I mean, you got to make those 2 free throws, man. But PJ is getting those guys to go. Austin Rivers playing well too. Clint Capella, I need a little bit more out of him, but he's not. He's doing his job. James Harden is scoring the ball. Chris Paul scoring the ball. But one thing that the Rockets do need to do if they want to win this series, they need to have James Harden and Chris Paul scoring at a good clip on the court together. It can't be James Harden sitting so Chris Paul's going to score well, or because James Harden's out there, Chris Paul can't score. They need to find that chemistry so they can mesh, and they both need to be out there scoring, facilitating. Chris Paul does well with the pick and roll. James Harden is ISO. They need to find that middle ground where they both can score or help each other out scoring, because when one's on the court, one's not effective, and when the other's on the court, the other's not effective. They both need to be effective on the court at the same time. The Warriors, those guys are just discombobulated, it seems like. It seems like they'll just get down and let the Rockets get on a run instead of just getting back to doing what they're known for, and that's just scoring at a good clip. I mean, they erased a 13-point lead in almost less than a minute yesterday, cut it to 4. But they keep spotting the Rockets' points, and it's not a good look for them, because the Rockets know their season. They can't just come back. They're not just gonna let y'all come back. And Steph needs to. He came back after that awful missed dunk, whatever it was at the end of the game. He came back and had 30. KD's been doing his thing. Draymond is always doing his thing. Andre Iguodala is doing his thing. I need a little bit more out of Klay. I need Klay to shoot the ball with more confidence. He seems like he don't have any confidence in his shot, and that shows out there. But it's a hell of a series, and it'll come down to it. I still think the Warriors are going to win that series, because they're going to get back to what they're used to doing when they get back to Oracle tomorrow night or later on in the week. But the Rockets need to find that if they want to win this series, they got to have James Harden and Chris Paul on the same page, scoring at the same time. Now, the next series is the Portland Trailblazers and the Denver Nuggets. Now, this series is great too. This second round has really, really been good. Minus that 3-1 with the Bucks and the Celtics, every other series is 2-2. So it's looking really good. The Trailblazers and the Nuggets, they had that crazy 4 overtime game. The Trailblazers ended up on top. I love Damian Lillard. I love CJ McCollum. I like that Trailblazers team. I also like this Nuggets team. This is just a great series. The Trailblazers, in order for them to win, they need CJ McCollum to score at least 25 points. And if he's scoring 25 points per game, they'll win the series, because Dame's going to score regardless. He might have a bad first half, but the second half he's going to come out and he's going to have a game. Their defense is great. They need to find someone who can guard Jokic, because Enes Kanter is not healthy enough to handle Jokic. I mean, Jokic just went off for almost 30 points last game, and Enes Kanter, his shoulder's messed up. He can't really box out. Jokic, he kind of cheap shot him the other day of the shoulder. A lot of people didn't see it, but he hit him on that shoulder, that separated shoulder. And Enes Kanter, he gets in a lot of foul trouble. Zach Collins isn't big enough to deal with Nikola Jokic. And they just stopped playing Miles Leonard. So I think he would be the biggest person next to Enes Kanter to defend Nikola Jokic, but you lose so much offense when you bring Miles Leonard in. So that's part of the reason why they don't play him as much. but Jokic has really been killing those guys. And as Jamal Murray's great, Gary Harris is great also. And this series is up in the air. I think at the end of the game, if it takes it to 7, Denver's going to win it. But if the Trailblazers can get these next 2 games and win it in 6, the Trailblazers will win it. But if it goes to 7, I think Denver will close it out just like they closed out the Spurs and go on to the Western Conference Finals. But both teams just need to stay poised. I think the Trailblazers need to bring more people off the bench and play those guys more. So just in case in that they get into the overtime situation again, when Rodney Hood came out, he was ready to go. I think they do need to play Miles Leonard a little bit more, but they look good. The series is good. I mean, there's really nothing else both these teams can do. It's just more of a who wants it, and who's gonna play their game and make the other team play their game also. Yeah. But that's all I got for you guys today. It'll be another video up next week. Appreciate you all, the subscribers and the followers, views, comment. Tell me what y'all want me to talk about. I'll talk about it.